Hey everyone, Austin here again with a pinball gameplay video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. We're back at Mustang Sally in Chantilly, Virginia, where I do most of my playing these days. A few weeks back we got a Stern Indiana Jones from 2008. Kind of notorious game, kind of infamous for having an extremely shallow rule set. But it's not a game you see very often, and so what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through what I've figured out on the game so far. I haven't looked up any rule sheets or anything, but it is a very bare bones game, so it wasn't really that difficult to figure out. And you got some basic multi-balls and a couple of things where it's like shoot the ramp a bunch of times and then shoot it some more and then shoot it some more. It's that kind of rule set. But later on in the game, as you start building up bonus and you start having long balls, you can build massive bonus in this game. That's how you get like hundreds of millions of points. That's how we got the GC here, is by basically just cranking our bonus up as much as we can. But yeah, I'll go ahead and hit start, and we'll go ahead and just start off here. You do have skill shots. There is actually a switch right over here. When the ball hits that switch, you'll get whatever lit award is there. You've got Indy Jones, you've got Caro Swordsman, you've got Light Mystery, which you light you qualify the mystery on the right in lane. Then you've got Light Super Pop Bumpers, so Pop Bumpers will be worth a little bit more. And then you've got Start Scene. The two skill shots you want, it's either the Indy Jones or it's the Start Scene. Start Scene will give you 1,000,000 points instantly. Ball 2, it'll give you 2 million. Ball 3, you'll get 3 million. And if you manage to get an extra ball or a second one, it'll go 4, then 5 million. So that can actually be worth decent points if you plan on actually playing several balls. Indy Jones is also a good one. You have targets on the left and right. Left is Indy, right is Jones. When you complete either bank and then you hit it again, basically the targets, the whole bank will be worth a set of points, usually like 600, 700,000, something like that. So if your targets are actually registering really well and they're really sensitive, Indy Jones might be the way to go if you plan on like missing shots and having the ball go sideways. So you get quite a bit of incidental points. Unfortunately, our stand-ups, they're very stiff. They don't really work that well, and so even when the ball hits them, a lot of times you don't get the points. And so I go for the start scene or next scene. Now, as far as like a game progression reward, start scene doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't advance any of these scenes down here that you see. But yeah, so basics. You've got 4 core shots in the game. They're each tied to an Indiana Jones movie. You've got the scoop on the far left is Last Crusade, which was the 3rd movie. The captive ball on the lower part of the playfield is Temple of Doom, which is the 2nd movie. Up the middle is the original Indiana Jones. The box, it's the Raiders of the Lost Ark. That is called the Ark. And then on the far right, the right ramp, you've got Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And so ideally what you want to do, if you want to try to get to the final adventure, which is a wizard mode, I don't even know if it exists in the game. This game is so bare bones, it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't programmed in. Yeah, all your core 4 shots are tied to a movie. All you do is you just bash on them. So if I want Temple of Doom, I just hit that captive ball, and the first time the captive ball will rise up, and then you lock a ball. And then what we're going to do is do that 3 times. We'll play ourselves Temple of Doom multi-ball. If you're for some reason playing this in like a competition or something like that, Temple of Doom is really where you want to start. The Ark is also a multi-ball, but it takes a ton of hits, and it's a little more dangerous, I would say. Every time you captivate a ball, underneath that captive ball, it actually kicks out from the scoop, as you can see. But let's go ahead and, I was going to say try to bash it some more. It's bounce pass, just like that. And I found that it's actually better to try to hit the captive ball on the left-hand side. Man, this game's playing really slow today. So let's go ahead and start a multi-ball. And the multi-ball shot layout is dependent on which number is lit down here. So we're in Temple of Doom number 1. It can cycle around. I don't know if it's pop bumpers that do that, but the numbers will cycle around. And so depending on the number that's displayed, that'll determine your jackpot shots. And Temple of Doom number 1 is really good because it's basically everything's lit for 1,000,000 a pop. And so we're just going to kind of focus on our lit jackpots here. And then after every X amount of hits, you'll light a super jackpot, which is always, it's about 5 mil. So you can get a bunch of single mils and then get yourself a 5 mil at the end. Now that wasn't a very good multi-ball, but that's okay. So another key feature in this game is the upper playfield. You'll notice that there's a upper captive ball. with multiple balls up there, actually. Oh, nothing I can do about that. And what it does is it bounces around and it hits those map targets up top. And so we got the targets completed 3 times, so we got a 3x end of ball bonus. That's how you advance end of ball bonus. So basically what we're going to be focusing on now is basically just multi-balls and building our bonus as much as we can. Also, we want to progress the right ramp because if you progress towards that ramp in single ball play, you progress towards Kingdom of the Crystal Skull scenes, and you'll eventually light an extra ball on that. It takes 7 shots, and it has to be 7 shots in single ball play, so you have to actually make progress on the ramps. He says 2 ramps, get 3 for scene. So our 8th one will collect an extra ball, 7th will light it. And sometimes you can do like a little drop catch on the scoop kick out. Let's see if we can do that. Kind of like that. And then you just throw it right into the ramp if you can. So that was a hurry up that just happened. This guy in the top portion of the playfield, he swings out. That's the Cairo Swordsman. It's not really worth a lot of points. I think it starts around 800,000 and it times down pretty fast. Let's go for Crusade. Last Crusade is a pretty good mode, but one thing about modes like that in this game is that it completely blocks you out of multi-ball. There's no stacking in this game whatsoever. Well, not necessarily whatsoever. There is a outer orbit hurry-up you can get off the mystery. I think that will actually go into a multi-ball, but it's not really something that you want to go out of your way to stack. It's like 2.5 million points to start, and then it, like a lot of things in this game, it ticks down and times out really fast, so it's just not worth going for. But as you can see, this is ball 3. Start scene gave me 3 mil.
That's the true grail will bring you life. Post grail. Take it from you.
So we actually just started Last Crusade, and for Last Crusade, your 4 core shots are all lit. And most modes in this game, when you get a jackpot, it's about 1 million points. From what I understand, and I think this is how it works, is pop bumpers will raise the value of your jackpots, and I don't think they reset over the course of the game. So you can keep hitting those pops to build your jackpots, but it's really risky. So I just kind of let that happen. I don't really try to build my jackpots. I just collect whatever's lit. And I got a 2-for-1 deal right there. I got the Captive Ball for a mil, and then I got the Last Crusade Scoop for another mil. And just like your multi-balls, you hit enough shots here, and the final shot will light for about 5 mil. And you're going to hear that screaming a lot in this mode. And if you have a nice kick out like we do sometimes, you can literally just let it bounce over like this. It's pretty safe. I've got 7 seconds left, final shot's lit. You can also backhand it, kind of like that. You can also do a straight up backhand. It's a pretty easy shot. But there we go, we finished Last Crusade. Now I want to try to work on that right ramp because I haven't really progressed towards that. I'm on ball 3 already. The right side of this game can be very, very draining. And one of the keys to big scores on this specific machine has been death saving. But I'm not going to really be able to do that because of my camera setup. So no death saves on this one, guys. Legalized death saves. Alright, I'm going to pop it up there. Kind of had to. So instead of like post passing or something like that, I just go for a scoop or I go for the captive ball. A lot of times I don't get the ball on the other side of the playfield. See, little drop catch like that. 4, 5 for scene. There's 5. Now there's a diverter up here. Well, not really a diverter, but it grabs the ball and then it'll give you the jackpot award, and then it'll let you shoot some more. Again, like I said, very bare bones. There's only one ramp. The ramp really only does one thing, unless you're in a multi-ball and there's jackpots lit. Okay, there we go. Extra ball's lit. So again, that was 7 ramps. 8th one will collect the extra ball. You know, if I can actually hit the shot, of course. Alright, take it nice and easy. There we go, got it. Alright, now I don't really care about the ramp that much, because I'm not really going towards, like, trying to go towards the wizard mode, because it's just, it feels impossible. So let's try to work on Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is, again, a multi-ball. And we did actually have the operator set the multi-ball a little bit easier, because on default settings, literally the medium, oh, normal setting, default, is like 20 shots on the arc. And the multi-ball is not worth that much. It's way too much work. And so if you have this game in like a personal collection or you're an operator on location, I recommend putting the arc on, I think we have it on easy. I think it goes to very easy, but I think we tested it. It was a little too easy. So yeah, it's on easy settings right now, so it won't take as many hits, but it still takes a bunch of hits. Don't get me wrong, you still have to hit it like 10 times. The other thing about this multi-ball is that the ball save is like extremely short, which is really weird considering how many hits it it takes to activate. All right, so we got 2 warnings. Got some indie points. Targets actually registered. You can see the Jones targets on the right are flashing. So if I hit that target bank, it'll start moving around like the indie targets are. And it basically does the same thing. You hit it, you get some incidental points. See, there we go. There's our multi-ball. And it dumps all the balls out of the box. It's a really cool toy that they, I believe, reused later on in Aerosmith. And what I like to do, and there's something I haven't really explained yet, is this game is huge on bonus, and all your 4 core shots for your 4 movies, they all add to end the ball bonus every time you hit them. So when I'm in multi-ball, I'm not even really focusing on the jackpot so much as I am just making sure I hit things, because all that adds to end the ball bonus. And then as I get farther into the game, I want to start pumping that upper playfield in multi-ball. Again, not even really focusing on the jackpots at that point, just trying to bump my map bonus X up. It looks like I got a super jackpot lit, so let's go ahead and collect that. Might as well, right? Yep, 5 mil for that. Go ahead, just try to play it slow and steady here. And not much I can do about that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is try to, cradle separate and then hit the upper playfield. So let's do that. Oop. A little too much. Bounce, bounce. Okay, good. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to go for that upper playfield. And I keep missing. Every time I try to call my shot, I brick. So yeah, we got some points in that multi-ball, but ultimately what we did is ooh, another extra ball. Very good. Ultimately what we did was we advanced our bonus X, hopefully. And I don't think instant info really gives you much info. Let's see. Let's hold on to flippers and see what happens. That's it. There's like literally no instant info. That was really common for SAM system era games, unfortunately. Kind of Sturm's dark period. Alright, so what I'm going to do is start working on Temple of Doom again, because I think it's only going to be 2 captive ball hits now, and then it'll light the lock. And then you just do that 3 times. So try to hit, oops, I was going to say try to hit the left-hand side of it, a little too far on the left, so I ended up hitting that orbit. There it is. Bounce. And bounce again. Alright, ball lock. So we need 2 more of those. Collect 3 stones for multi-ball. Alright, 1 more for Last Crusade. Remember, with Last Crusade, we just end up getting stuck in that mode. And so, oops, I did a little bit of a tap pass there by accident. Now, I like hitting the left-hand side of the Temple of Doom ball because a lot of times what happens is the ball will also ricochet into the scoop, so you're making progress on Temple of Doom, but you're also making progress towards Last Crusade. And we're just going to let it bounce. Rinse and repeat. Super exciting, guys. It's so exciting. You can tell I'm just completely thrilled here to be shooting this scoop. I showed this off to like one of my friends locally, and he just like rolled his eyes. He was like, "This is not going to be a very fun game in League or competition." The interesting thing about this game in competition, however, is that once you start pumping up your bonus, you got to work at it to get those points. But I'm in a single ball play right now. I'd rather be in a multi-ball before I try pumping my bonus back up. Ah, screw it. Let's hit it. Nope, I didn't get it. Like, the scoop is fairly safe here, and you can also see my jackpot value has gone up a little bit since we started the game. Started at about $1 mil. Now it's at like 1.2. Now, if I'm going to just like rip a single shot over and over, I do like the ramp. The big reason for that is the ramp is the most lucrative thing in terms of end of ball bonus. Every ramp you get is 100K in end of ball bonus. So if you pump up your bonus to like 10x, every time you hit that ramp, you have to think to yourself, well, yeah, I didn't really get much for that ramp, but I'm going to get $1 million by default in the ball bonus just for that one ramp shot. So if you can pump that ramp over and over again, even though you're not getting a whole lot of points for its jackpots, you get a ton in end of ball bonus, and that's where a lot of the points are. So now our goal is, now that we've got an extra ball, is try to progress towards our multi-balls again. That was a nice little ricochet. I got really lucky on that. And I think the game's confused. Alright, so back to the captive ball. I had to do that. There was no other way to save that. And again. Game's a little floaty right now, which is actually kind of crazy. I don't think it's been clean since it's been brought in here. And we've been playing this game a lot. I mean, despite it being Indiana Jones by Stern, we all still have been having like a sort of morbid curiosity about the game. At least I have. And so I've still been playing it a lot. And thus the game has gotten dirty. Alright, so this is Temple of Doom number 4. I think this one might be you have to pick off all the shots. So it's scoop, left orbit, right ramp, Temple of Doom, captive ball, and arc. Now, as far as I'm aware, there is no way to get an add ball in any of these multi-balls, which is also kind of frustrating. Okay, can I get it? I want the map targets. All right, ramp. There we go. Okay. Alright, got the upper playfield. Now the other big thing about the upper playfield I didn't talk about yet is you can actually get double scoring, and we actually have that activated right now. Alright, try to separate again. Oh, get another jackpot, why not? But yeah, that was Temple of Doom, number 4, apparently. So what we're going to do is just kind of do the same thing, just kind of go back for Temple of Doom. So it's going to be 3 shots in that captive ball now in order to light locks. So we're only at 5x in the ball bonus. This is map 5x, so we're actually not as high in the ball bonus as I wanted to be. Now we're at 6x. Alright, that's going to be some bonus right there. Okay, back for Temple of Doom. 2 for 1 deal. We got Temple and we got Last Crusade. Go for that lock. Got it. And basically what we've been seeing, that's basically the whole game. There is not much to this game. It's really a grind. There's not really a big reason to go for like the Cairo Swordsman hurry up. You can try building your jackpot values by hitting the pop bumpers, but that's really dangerous. And so what you end up doing is just playing a lot of Temple of Doom, captive ball. And I also don't recommend backhanding that captive ball because that happens a lot. But look at my bonus, 15 skull hits, times 6, 41 million bonus. That is where the points are in this game. It's that bonus. It's insane. Now let's see if we can get into another multi-ball and then potentially get even more bonus. Let's see what happens here. But like I said, that's basically the whole game. There's not much else to it. Play your modes, grind out for your multi-balls, get that upper playfield, milk that upper playfield like crazy, and then that is the game. Now, if anyone has actually, say, seen the final adventure, let me know what it's like. Unfortunately, I don't have the key to this game, so I can't do glass off just to see what it's like. Let me know if it even exists in the game. But basically, to get to that, you have to complete all your movies. So basically, say Last Crusade. You got to start Last Crusade 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Last Crusade has to be lit solid too. So you've got to do each objective 5 times. And there's a replay. It is a massive grind, especially Raiders of the Lost Ark, because even if you have Lost Ark set to easy, it still takes a ton of hits by the time you're getting to 3 or 4 or 5. So I don't think the wizard mode is something I'm ever going to see. But it is nice having, figured out the game mostly. The last Crusade here, it's literally the same thing every time you play it. The shots do not change. And so what you're looking at is a mode that's probably worth about 15 to 20 million points, depending on how well you play it out. We're at 7 seconds left, so I'm probably not going to get my super jackpot on it. Ideally, you play it to the end, so you can get that 5 mil, which is a nice little chunk of points in this game. I'm getting 1.3 for every shot right now. Okay. Oh, jeez. That was scary. Alright, I don't want to lose my bonus. Alright, we need one more lock for that multi-ball. Let's see if we can get that. If we can at least get that, I'll feel pretty good. I mean, I feel pretty good already. Getting over 100 right now and getting a replay that's kind of my goal when I play this. Alright, so I should take my own advice, but like I said, the back end on that is really dangerous. But I also haven't messed around with post passes on this very much. Oh, shoot. We just lost it. Probably, actually, you know what? We probably didn't lose that many points in bonus because I didn't get back to the multi-ball, so I hadn't been pumping my bonus all that much. But, I mean, that's really the core game, guys. If you ever run into this, give it a shot. Again, if you have a morbid curiosity like me, it can be kind of fun. But it is an extremely bare-bones game. Hopefully you kind of have an idea on what to do on it. Basically just multi-balls, bash on your 4 main objectives during those multi-balls, along with picking out jackpots. Last Crusade is pretty good. Once you get into it, you can come out with 20 plus mil. And if you have a safe bounce like that, it's literally just shoot the scoop all day. But yeah, build that pinball bonus, collect it when you drain, and that's where a lot of the points come from. So as you saw, I got 40 mil in bonus in that one ball. And that wasn't even like 12x bonus, that was 6x, and I still got 40 million in bonus. So pumping up that bonus is really crucial to getting like hundreds of millions of points on this game. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for me. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop a comment down below. Again, I'm recording at Mustang Sally today. I'm going to try to record some other games, like Jaws, for instance, so watch out for that. And hopefully stay tuned for some other pinball gameplay videos. Both tutorials and not tutorials. So if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, and until the next one, take it easy, guys.